Is the Lakers front office finally ready to swing for the fences, or are they about to let another golden opportunity slip away by lowballing on Lauri Markkanen, the towering Finnish sniper who could single-handedly catapult us back to championship glory? No. Forget the naysayers whining about the price tag. Markkanen isn't just a luxury ad. He's the essential, game-changing force multiplier we've been starving for. And if Rob Pelinka doesn't empty the clip to bring him to LA, we'll be regretting it as LeBron's window slams shut forever. Lakers Nation, welcome back to the channel, where we don't just report the rumors. We dissect them with the fire and fury they deserve, delivering the takes that get you fired up and ready to debate. I'm your host, the die-hard analyst who's bled purple and gold through every high and heartbreak. And today, we're locking in on the blockbuster buzz that's shaking the NBA landscape. The Los Angeles Lakers are reportedly circling Utah Jazz star Lauri Markkanen, the 7-foot stretch big who's lighting up the early 2025-26 season with 26.5 points per game and a scorching 40% from three. This isn't some fringe whisper. Outlets like Bleacher Report and the Sporting News confirm his name is firmly on the radar in LA, with Jazz execs open proposals despite his massive 5-year, $238 million extension signed in 2024. As LeBron James battles chronic sciatica pain, sidelining him and exposing our offensive inconsistencies, Markkanen emerges as the dream target, a versatile all-star who could redefine our front court alongside Anthony Davis and provide the spacing and scoring punch to sustain us through injuries. But here's my scorching hot take, the one that's dividing analysts and fans alike. The Lakers must go all in on this trade, no matter the cost, because Markkanen isn't just a good fit. He's a perfect, irreplaceable piece that turns our talented but flawed roster into an unstoppable juggernaut, and balking at the price will be nothing short of front office malpractice. Let's build this case brick by brick, dismantling the doubters with data, comparisons, and cold hard logic, then peer into the crystal ball to see how this move could etch another banner in the rafters. First off, let's ground this in the harsh reality of our current predicament and why Markkanen is the antidote we've been prescribing for years. Our season's off to a shaky start, with LeBron's nagging sciatica forcing him to miss games for the first time ever, leaving our offense looking stagnant and predictable. We got firepower in Luka Doncic and AD, but without reliable spacing, defenses are collapsing inside, daring our role players to beat them from deep, and too often, they're not. Enter Markkanen, the 28-year-old Finnish phenom who's evolved into one of the league's most efficient volume scorers. In his first 2 games this year, he's dropping 26.5 points on elite efficiency, including that 40% three-point clip on high volume. Career-wise, he's at 37.2% from beyond the arc, making him a true stretch 4/5 hybrid who can play alongside AD without clogging the paint. Imagine the mismatches. Markkanen pulling bigs out to perimeter, opening driving lanes for LeBron and Doncic, or popping off screens for easy triples. Data from Cleaning the Glass shows his teams have historically seen a plus 5.2 net rating boost with him on the floor, thanks to his mobility and scoring gravity. Compared to our current options like Rui Hachimura, solid but inconsistent from deep at 35%, or DeAndre Ayton, more interior-focused, Markkanen is a quantum leap, a guy who averaged 24.5 points and 8.2 rebounds last season while shooting 39.9% from three. Skeptics point to his contract as a burden, but that's short-sighted. At $195 million guaranteed over the deal, it's a steal for an all-star in his prime, especially when stars like Paul George command similar money without the same upside. Now, let's dismantle the biggest counterargument head-on, the so-called high cost that has outlets like Newsweek fretting about sacrificing too much for a non-guaranteed title. Proposed packages from Fadeaway World float shipping out Hachimura, Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, and first-round picks. Assets that sting, no doubt. Reeves is a fan favorite, averaging 16 points and 5 assists with clutch genes, while Connect's rookie potential as a shooter is tantalizing. But here's the brutal truth. None of them move the needle like Markkanen in a win-now scenario. Reeves is great, but he's not an all-star. His 36% three-point shooting pales next to Markkanen's elite volume, and defensively, he's solid but not transformative. Hachimura brings energy, but his inconsistency, shooting under 40% in playoffs last year, makes him expendable for a proven stud. Connect? A lottery ticket who's averaged just 6 points early on, promising but unproven. The Jazz want all-star level compensation per sources, and that's fair. Danny Ainge is a shark, but the Lakers have the assets to meet it without gutting the core. Look at historical comps. The Cavaliers traded a haul for Donovan Mitchell and became contenders. The Suns went all in for Kevin Durant and reached the finals. Balking here risks repeating the mistakes of past seasons, where we hoarded picks and watched LeBron's prime waste away. Markkanen's height, 7 feet, and mobility allow him to slot as a small ball 5 or power forward, creating NBA's deadliest front court trio with AD and LeBron. Think spacing like Dirk Nowitzki with defensive versatility. The risks? Depth takes a hit, but that's mitigated by Markkanen's durability. He's played 68-plus games in recent seasons, and the fact that our bench would still have pieces like Gabe Vincent and Max Christie to fill gaps. Pushing deeper, Markkanen's fit isn't just tactical. It's a cultural and strategic masterstroke that addresses our offensive instability head-on. With LeBron at 40 and dealing with sciatica, we need players who can shoulder the load independently. Markkanen does that, scoring 25-plus points efficiently without needing the ball in his hands constantly. His 61% true shooting last season ranks him among the elite, and in pick-and-pop sets with Doncic, he'd be unstoppable, forcing defenses to choose between contesting threes or leaving AD open inside. Comparisons to prime Kristaps Porzingis are apt. Both are unicorn bigs who stretch the floor, but Markkanen adds better rebounding, 8.2 per game, and fewer injury concerns. Analysts like those at the Sporting News note how he provides variation to our attack, balancing our sometimes ISO-heavy style with off-ball movement and cutting. Defensively, while not elite, his size and instincts, 0.9 blocks per game, add rim protection, complementing AD's roaming style. The other side arguments, high cost reducing depth or Jazz resistance, fall flat when you consider the alternative, another middling season in the West, where teams like the Thunder and Knicks are loading up. Utah's openness to talks, as per TalkSport, stems from their rebuild. They're not contenders, so cashing in on Markkanen for young talent and picks makes sense. For us, it's about ambition. Show and LeBron were committed to one last ring, not penny pinching for a post-King era that's uncertain anyway. Projecting into the future, landing Markkanen doesn't just salvage this season. It cements a foundation for sustained contention, bridging the LeBron era to whatever comes next. Short term, envision a starting 5 of Doncic, Reeves, if retained in a tweaked deal, LeBron, Markkanen, and AD. That's arguably the league's best front court, with spacing that overwhelms defenses and scoring that averages 120-plus points per game. Playoff matchups against Denver or Minnesota. Markkanen's three-point barrage neutralizes their size, while his rebounding battles Jokic on the glass. Long-term, at 28, he's primed to anchor alongside Doncic for the next 5 years, his $238 million deal looking like a bargain as the cap rises. Without him, we're stuck in limbo, relying on aging stars and improving youth, potentially missing the playoffs as LeBron's body breaks down. But with him, we become favorites, a super team that dominates the West and chases Banner 18. The urgency is palpable. LeBron's window is closing, and as the ESPN Finland analyst said, the phone will ring nonstop. Pelinka better be the one dial an offer they can't refuse. In wrapping this up, the pursuit of Lauri Markkanen isn't a pipe dream. It's the bold, necessary strike that screams ambition, proving the Lakers are done settling for mediocrity. He's the elite shooter, the versatile big, the all-performer who erases our flaws and amplifies our strengths, and the cost, while steep, is a small price for immortality. Critics calling it risky are playing it safe. True contenders go big, and this is our moment to seize it. Lakers crew, is Markkanen the missing link worth mortgaging the farm for, or are the risks too high? Flood the comments with your trade packages, bold predictions, and whether you'd pull the trigger. Let's debate this blockbuster. If my take has you hyped for the finished phenom in purple and gold, smash that like button and subscribe for more explosive breakdowns. Your energy keeps us rolling. Let's make this dream a reality.